I'm McKenna Maduli. Welcome back for another edition of PTC-TV. If you missed yesterday's program, you can watch it online at ptc.org/PTC-22. Enjoy today's show. PTC-22 is made possible in part by the generous contributions of our sponsors. Mahalo to each of the PTC-22 Platinum sponsors. Thank you for your support. To register or to pick up your PTC-22 badge and registration materials, visit the registration booth located in the Coral Lounge on the 6th floor of the Mid-Pacific Conference Center. Registration is open every day starting at 8 a.m. Remember to bring a valid form of photo identification to claim your registration badge and materials. In-person attendees must follow PTC's annual conference requirements, the State of Hawaii travel guidelines, as well as the City and County of Honolulu's Safe Access Oahu program. For more information, please visit ptc.org/COVID-19.
We provide a simpler way to connect to businesses, to one another, to the world. Connections between users, applications, clouds, networks, and devices that are fast, flexible, secure, trusted. Where people and business partners meet. Where services and products are on demand. Where everything your business needs exists in one place. Harnessing the power of the world's largest, fastest and best connected IP network. It represents a future full of endless possibilities, transcending current user experiences and attracting a whole new generation of businesses, reimagining the way people and possibilities effortlessly interconnect.
Hi, I'm Gary Kim, and I'm here with Bill Barney, who's got a new company, Turbidite.
Yes.
So everyone's going to want to know, what is Turbidite?
Well, Turbidite is obviously, 20 years I've been in the subsea business and decided to take a run at edge data centers. So it's a new company. We formed it in March of this year, and it's an exciting platform. Our first asset we did in Guam. We've announced another one in Hong Kong, and we'll have a bunch of announcements coming over the next 3 months as we sort of expand our way across Southeast Asia.
Yeah, so this is transition for somebody who's been that long in the subsea business. How does a data center business compare to subsea in terms of its challenges, critical path, key customers, that sort of thing?
Actually, the customers are the same. So it's actually, and edge data centers are actually, they play in the same space as submarine cables. I think the great thing about it is the prices don't go down 30 to 40% every year. I mean, the whole challenge with the submarine cable industry is you're basically having to put 30% more revenue on every year just to stand still. And the nice thing about data centers is they get a nice growth trajectory. And obviously it shows in how investors view them as well, right? So, but it's a very, very exciting industry and one that we're very excited about. So.
Yeah, well, I think everybody's excited about it.
Yeah.
I mean, and everybody, interestingly enough, thinks, oh no, we're the kind of company that should profit from edge computing. How have you positioned your company to take advantage of what you're seeing out there?
Well, we're trying to take edge in a different way. We're trying to go to the emerging markets that people haven't even gotten to yet. So we're looking at sort of Cambodia, Vietnam, Thailand, the Philippines, and really looking at a different set of customers. We're not going to Hong Kong. I mean, we are going to Hong Kong, but the reality is some of these markets are saturated at this point. But there's some markets that there's really no data centers at all. And so we're leading with the edge, and then we'll obviously get into the whole hyperscale stuff down the road. But our strategy is really to start bringing the infrastructure to some of these smaller countries which haven't been on a list for a lot of the big players in the industry.
Now, in terms of where you're positioned in the value chain, you're further up the stack than you used to be in subsea, which is probably a good thing.
Yep.
Is that going to change your sales strategy, the kinds of skills you need for salespeople, contacts, enterprise versus carrier?
Well, to be honest, if you look at an edge data center, 80% of the tenants are your big tech companies. So it's your big five in the US, it's your sort of your Chinese big five, and then it starts going down. But I mean, the reality is you're not going to have a JP Morgan in an edge data center. It's going to be all content or guys that are playing in the new technology or the cloud space. That's the customer set. So it's a pretty discreetly, finely defined area of customers.
Bill, that sounds really exciting. I'm sure you're going to do really well with it and bring your custom energy.
Yeah.
And thanks for watching.
Very, very excited and looking forward to talking to you next year about how far we've come, and good luck with your PTC. It's always a great venue for us all to get together and see what's going on in the industry.
In person this year.
In person.
Connecting with the PTC community is easy. Follow PTC on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. Join the conversation online and use hashtag PTC'22. We can't wait to see what you're learning, who you're meeting, or the great fun you're having. The PTC Hub will once again be the central gathering place of PTC'22, featuring PTC'22 exhibitors, meeting cubicles and tables, session coffee breaks, conference lunches, a professional headshot station, laptop stops, literature racks, and more. The PTC Hub is open to the public Sunday through Wednesday, located in Coral Ballrooms 3, 4, and 5 of the Mid-Pacific Conference Center. Access the PTC Hub by presenting your PTC'22 badge or by providing a business card at the entrance. Come learn, meet, and network with conference attendees in the PTC Hub. Help us commemorate with purpose by joining us Tuesday evening for the PTC Awards 2022. Not only will you be celebrating your industry peers, PTC Awards 2022 is one way to support PTC's outreach initiatives. This fundraiser honors leaders and companies in their efforts to improve the connection and communication among people and firms in the Pacific region. To purchase tickets, please visit the PTC'22 registration area or ptc.org/awards. Tickets may also be purchased at the door. Paul Hastings invites the women of ICT to reconnect with their peers, discuss the initiatives and activities of the PTC women's community, and get involved. The PTC Women's Reception will be held on Tuesday evening from 5 to 6:30, Kalia Tower, Lanikai Lounge, 25th floor. We look forward to seeing you there. Aloha everyone, I'm McKenna Maduli, your PTC'22 host, here with a very special guest for What's Happening Today. And you've come all the way from London, and I'm going to let you actually introduce yourself to everyone.
I mean, 28-hour trip to come to Hawaii. It's
I
a very
know.
long trip. No, I'm João Lima, the editor of the Tech Capital. And I mean, it's a pleasure to be in Hawaii. It's my first time in Hawaii, my first time at PTC as well. I'm super excited to come. I've been waiting to come to this conference for about 5 years, and then of course 2 years of COVID
I know.
have not helped to the wait.
No, and now you're here though.
I know, but
and the
it's-
weather's beautiful.
And it's amazing to see the event happening with everything that has happened over the last 24 months. This is actually my first time at an event physically since
Wow.
February 2020. So it's very exciting to be back out there shaking hands, frequently,
Yes.
feasting palms mostly.
As many of our viewers
Yes.
here they've traveled a long way to be
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Today's a big day for PTC. Who are you looking forward to seeing this morning?
Yeah, I think there's quite a lot of interesting things happening this morning, and I think PTC did really well to start with ESG. So we'll be talking about women, diversity, and inclusion, which is a massive topic in the industry, especially when you start looking to the investment side. There's been a big shift in that sense as well, where investors are not really putting money into businesses if they don't have a really good ESG strategy. So I think that really shows that PTC is in line with what's happening in the market. I think following that, we're going to have the big opening sessions, especially with Mark Ganzi, massive investor. He does not need an introduction. Everyone will know who Mark Ganzi is. I mean, his company, Digital Reach, has been investing in dozens of businesses, especially in the data center space, with Vantage Data Centers investing about $7 billion in the last 24 months. We've had Atlas Edge launching in Europe, the latest edge computing data center company in Europe, which just acquired 10 facilities from Colt Data Centers last year. Scala in Brazil. I mean, Mark Ganzi is everywhere, putting billions everywhere. So that'll be a very interesting session to see what he comes up with, and maybe we'll find out what's next for him.
Yeah, and then I understand later on in the afternoon, there's someone who's speaking actually for the first time. Can you tell me a little about that?
So he's actually CEO of one of the companies that Mark Ganzi launched last year. So there's Giuliano Di Vintantonio, I believe, he's Italian.
Vintantonio.
Vintantonio.
Got it.
And he was appointed CEO just earlier this year. I think it was already in January. I don't think it was December. But it's the first time he's going to be publicly speaking in the function of CEO. So that'll be very interesting to see what he says. Because again, they just acquired 10 data centers from Colt. And there's a lot of deals that they are doing in the background to expand across Europe. So there's a lot of different tier 2 and tier 3 markets they are looking at, which is really, really interesting because, again, it shows the shift happening on the continents and even across the world. So those will be like some of the biggest highlights, but then there's a lot of other sessions throughout the day that'll be really interesting.
Wonderful. Well, enjoy your time here in Honolulu. You got great weather.
Yeah, I know.
All right, everyone.
It's almost a crime to work like this.
It is. Tough job, I got. Enjoy the conference. We'll see you all tomorrow. Aloha. Did you know that Pacific Telecommunications Council is a global, non-profit membership organization that works year-round to advance the ethical development and use of information and communication technologies, ICT, to improve the quality of life in communities throughout the Pacific region? Learn more at ptc.org/outreach-initiatives. Start your morning at the Power Women Breakfast series featuring a lineup of the industry's leading ladies. Sponsored by Verizon, the breakfast will be held in Tapa Tower, Honolulu 1. Monday's topic of discussion will be diversity and inclusion. Sponsored by Verizon. PTC'22 is made possible in part by the generous contributions of our sponsors. Mahalo to each of the PTC'22 Gold sponsors. Thank you for your support. The PTC Academy is back again for 2022. Stay tuned for more details on this year's courses. The PTC Academy is now accredited for continuing education thanks to a partnership with Subtel Forum. Visit ptc.org/academy to learn more. Be sure to join us in Tapa Ballrooms 2 and 3 for PTC'22 Center Stage sessions to reunite with industry leaders, rethink the latest developments, and renew our commitment to using ICT to ensure progress and improve the quality of life in Pacific Rim communities.
Before the internet, data used to be created in central locations. Now data is being created and processed everywhere. You may not know about data gravity. It's an invisible emerging megatrend that all companies need to address in order to thrive in the digital economy. Data creation doesn't ever stop. Across the world's metros, in every industry, it's growing exponentially. Data gravity slows you down, opens you up to security concerns, and poor customer experiences. To address data gravity, your architecture must be designed with data gravity's impacts in mind and inverted to a data-centric architecture. What solving data gravity really means is to reduce risk with secure data exchange, reduce latency and duplicated infrastructure, and seize unbounded data analytic performance. Learn how with Platform Digital.
Stop by the PTC membership table at the Tapa Bar for an opportunity to win a fabulous prize and learn more about PTC membership benefits. The PTC membership table will be open from Sunday through Tuesday, 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. The PTC webinar series Frictionless Business will continue in 2022 with senior industry leaders sharing perspective on how businesses can operate more efficiently. Stay tuned for more information about the 2022 PTC webinar series at ptc.org/ptc-webinar-series. The PTC mobile app and online platform provide a way to connect with our online attendees, including messaging and meeting scheduling, along with all the key information about the annual conference. Download the PTC mobile app to learn more about the conference program, sponsors, locations of meeting suites, connect and message with PTC'22 attendees, and much more. Current PTC'22 registrants should have received an email with instructions on how to easily access the PTC mobile app and online platform. PTC'22 is made possible in part by the contributions of our sponsors. Mahalo to each of the PTC'22 Silver sponsors. Thank you for your support. Aloha everyone, I'm your PTC'22 host McKenna Maduli here at the PTC'22 opening reception on the Great Lawn of Hilton Hawaiian Village. Everyone's excited to be here. The conference is well underway. Let's go catch up with the guests and what they're enjoying tonight.
Woo! PTC'22.
Aloha. Aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha.
fun time everyone's having here at the PTC'22 opening reception on the great lawn of Hilton Hawaiian Village. It's so nice to see you all enjoying yourselves here in Waikiki. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Aloha! A very special mahalo to the 2021 PTC Board of Governors for their year-round leadership and support. PTC'22 is made possible in part by the contributions of our sponsors. Mahalo to each of the PTC'22 bronze sponsors. Thank you for your support. Get ready to run. Lace up your shoes and join your fellow PTC'22 attendees for a scenic 3.1-mile run that begins at the Great Lawn of the Hilton Hawaiian Village. All proceeds from the event will support Make-A-Wish Hawaii in granting wishes for children with critical illnesses. Learn more at ptc.org/5K. Here's your daily news for Monday, January 17th. PTC elected its Board of Governors executive officers over the weekend. President and Chair Sean Bergen, co-founder and President AP Telecom, Vice President Paul McCann, Managing Director McCann Consulting International, Treasurer Brian Tellum, Partner Cornerstone Capital Partners, and Secretary Timothy Logue, Principal TJL Nova Consulting. Prime Data Center announces its development of a new state-of-the-art carrier-neutral data center facility located at 1231 Comstock Street in Santa Clara, California. Prime will begin construction on the facility in the second half of 2023. Spencer Building Carrier Hotel is poised to become the central hub for connectivity in downtown Vancouver, fusing the construction of a brand new state-of-the-art data center with the dedication to providing a customized service for carriers, network operators, and customers of all sizes. It will be home to all major Canadian providers and several international carriers and network providers. Piccolo, a leader in climate-neutral data center services, announced it will provide co-location services for one of the largest U.S. technology companies via the Air Data Center in Helsinki. This brings an exceptional level of security to and supports the platform, which enables users to secure and scale unique cutting-edge services for innovation. And that's your daily news. Mahalo to our year-round sponsors for their ongoing support. Wireless internet access is available throughout the Hilton Hawaiian Village at the following locations: Mid-Pacific Conference Center, Kalia Conference Center, Tapa Conference Center, Superpool, Tapa Pool and Bar, and Starbucks. Wired and wireless internet access is also available in all Hilton sleeping rooms that were reserved in the PTC room block. Please check your email for your promotional code, which is also printed on your name badge. This code will be active during PTC'22 and is good for up to 5 devices. The PTC Secretariat is conveniently located in C Pearl 2 on the 6th floor of the Mid-Pacific Conference Center. For assistance from a Secretariat member, please visit C Pearl 2. Thank you again for watching PTC TV. Come back again tomorrow for our last episode that airs in rooms at the Hilton Hawaiian Village. And be sure to check for the final episode online at ptc.org/PTC'22 on Wednesday.